Good evening, everybody. Welcome along to ERL Season 7. This is round number 7, and we're at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix. It's just me in the commentary box today, but we are still going to have some great racing. And I love this track, mainly because of the strategy, because it's one of those tracks on the calendar where 2 stops could potentially be faster, but we'll just have to wait and see. We got 11 drivers today, so not the best turnout, but I know the drivers are going to put on a show anyway, and there's some drivers that were here last week, some drivers that weren't here last week. I'll go through the standings quickly. Last week, well, we had a break week last week, which was why there was no race last week, but a few weeks ago, the Monaco race winner, Schnitzel, is not here, cheeky bugger. But that means we'll probably have we will have a different race winner today. Unless people that have won in the past will do as well. And we got Speed Barry as well, who I know to be very quick as well. So, I'm just going to see if anyone else is going out of the pit lane. Oh, I did see someone. There we go. There's Onyx in the racing point. So, the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve has been it's been finding a home since the 1960s and 70s, and Gilles Villeneuve took his maiden win here. That's why the circuit is called Gilles Villeneuve in his honour, and it's been played host to the Canadian Grand Prix since 1978, which is quite a long time. Been in and out, but it looks like it is a street circuit, but I don't think it is a street circuit. But it is quite narrow than some other tracks, I must say. So, as Onyx was the first person to go out on to the circuit, I may as well get a lap on board with him pretty soon as well, as he's warming up his tyres at the moment. Now, apologies if my voice goes and have a bit of a cough. I have a bit of a cold at the moment, and I'm still going though. I'm still going, so life is good. So, let's go, as I thought I was going to get a rev glitch for a minute there from Onyx, but no, it is all good. So, as there was a little bit of a slide there going through the next turn now, as he's going through the right-hander. Here go, kissing the right apex a little bit, and then going all the way to the left, dropping down into 3rd gear, and then go up into 4th gear once again. Try not to hit the wall, because otherwise there will be some serious consequences. Then going down to 4th again. It's one of those corners where you can cut, one of those tracks where you can really cut the corner massively, and typical is I think he's invalidated his lap there, so I need to try and find someone who hasn't invalidated, which I believe Zach is possibly still on a lap. So here he goes, as someone has left the session. That is not a good start to someone's qualifying if they left the session, I must say, but doesn't matter anyway. So we've got Zach coming across the line now. What benchmark time will he set on the soft tyres? Please don't be invalidated. It's not invalidated. It's a pretty decent lap time off the bat on the soft tyres, a 1:08.1. Now, don't be surprised if a lot of these people do start on the soft, because most people, like I said earlier, will try for the 2-stop, but I may be wrong, as I've just been informed about the weather. So let me just check the weather. And apparently we got a heavy wet start, so wet for the start, and I think it's going to be dries at the end. So it is going to be a wet to dry race. I like those type of races because it can change things quite a lot. As we're starting to see people go on laps at the moment. Speedster's on one. And I do see McLaren, I think that was in front. Quite a few people in front as well. And time's pretty close at the moment. We'll see people's pure pace towards the end of the session. Now I need to get the chat up, because otherwise I won't know who's in the chat and who I get to talk to. Anyway, Speedster comes across the line now. He's, wow, 1:07.9 for Speedster. So I think he wants to get pole today, so he's really gone at it. Janul's on one. Janul, where did he come? He is in P6 with a 109.2. What about Odems as he goes towards turn 10 and 11? As I do believe he could potentially be on a lap. But he hasn't got much fuel to play with, so he's got to be careful. I do see a Toro Rosso and a Ferrari on the lap as well. I do believe it's possibly... I don't know. No, they're not on the lap, but no Dems is going into the pits. I wonder if Speed Barry is on a lap too. I'll just double check. And whilst I do that, I will get the streamer. Oh, I don't want my Twitter, thank you very much. There we go. I've got the stream up. Life's good. So, here comes Speed Barry to the line now, and he beats Speedster's time, and that is a 107.8 for him. As that's the Renault that just came out of the pit lane. That I believe was Zach, who's on his second out lap, and Louis has been on I think 2 laps at the moment, but he's probably going to dive into the pits unless he can improve. Well, he is. I think he is improving because he's getting in the DRS open, but we'll see anyway. He's really flying. He looks so committed around those corners there. Obviously, I know him very well. He's one of the fastest drivers on this game, so as he goes past the tricky turn 10, here he goes. Then to the next DRS straight. There are 2 DRS straights on this circuit. Well, actually, no, there's 3. I can't really tell, to be honest. Oh, as Louis has binned it in the pit lane as he was trying to come into the pit lane. That is not good, but that is good timing, which means he could possibly try and improve on this lap and get one more lap, because otherwise it would have been game over. So, Cal comes across the line now. What time's it set? 108.3. So the only people that are not set lap times at the moment is Onyx and Odems at the moment. Hopefully my mic's on and hopefully you guys can hear me. Oh, that's good. That's good. I was worried some of you guys won't be able to hear me there, but luckily we are all good. So we've got 10 minutes of the session to go. And I'm just going to see who could potentially be on the flyer. And that may be, but let's just go through the standings quickly. So RLT Louis is leading the drivers with 25.65 points, joined with, actually no, I've got the wrong standings there, stupid me. That was from Spain. I need the ones from Monaco, which I should have checked. There we go. So leading the championship is Rafa by 1 point to Speedster. So Louis has actually dropped down to P3 after Speedster got P2 in Monaco and Rafa got 10 points in Monaco. P4 is Medium Pilot. 5th with 62 points. 5th place is Oden's 54 points. 6th place Kalka's 52 points. 7th place Wayne 50 points. 8th place Zach 36 points. 9th Schnitzel by taking the maximum points in Monaco with 26 points. And 10th is Lakitu, who I know Lakitu can't make it today. He is on 24 points after some strong showing recently. He got 12 points in Monaco. And Matt Tibos, his best finish was 12 points in Spain. He's looking to score better than his. Obviously, he wasn't in Monaco last time about either. So he's looking to continue his season on a high. Love the pink helmet, by the way. Fits in with the Racing Point name, I must say. As he comes across the line now, what lap time is he going to set on? Because he takes the shortest, one of the shortest runs to the line, and 108.0. That puts him P3. So if I look at the times set, the leader, that is pretty close already. About a second. And here comes Odems out of nowhere. Odems up into 3rd place, 91 thousandths behind Speed Barry, and Speed Barry got pole. So, wow. I think I can expect time to be very close. Everyone's on the soft now. So if I didn't know it was going to be heavy rain, I would almost certain know, even without Janelle in the chat, commentary chat, telling me about it. So, should be interesting. And could Speed still on a lap? No. He could be, though, pretty soon as he... we'll just see if he... Nope, he dives into the pits as well. Odin's will possibly dive into the pits as well. Speed Barry is on his out lap. I think everyone is on either out laps or in laps at the moment. How about Medium Pilot? He almost hit the wall of champions. It's hard to not hit the wall of champions, to be honest, because you're so close to the wall. 1 at 8.2 for Medium Pilot, pushed him into P7. So that is a slight improvement for Medium Pilot there, as he's in 7th at the moment. So he will have one more chance to dive it into the pits. I think the corner cutting is on strict, so we will be keeping a close eye on these guys today as whether they will cut corners or not. But I hope not. Please, I pray to God, hope not. And even the drivers are saying it's close. Yes, it is. It's probably the closest qualifying we've seen so far this season. I was commentating on a league last night, and there was 2 people that set the exact same time. Oh, Odems. So Odems has had a 5-place grid penalty with a collision with Zach. Okay. Was not expecting that by all shape of the imagination. But he is gonna, I think he's gonna start, no, I think 4th, 7th or 8th. So he's not going to get the start that he wants here, but you never know. I think one of the Mercedes goes into the pits actually as well. As you know, has improved by 7/10 per second there in sector 1. Actually, he's 85 thousandths, pretty close there. He's 10th at the moment. Oh, he's almost just hit the wall there. Hopefully that there's no damage from the Red Bull driver as he... Let me just get the track map up, actually. Oh, no, but he's definitely got a bit of damage there for sure. Almost certain that he's got damage. So he's probably going to dive it into the pits, which I think everybody is going to dive it in. Louis, Louis going to go into the pits as well. He's nowhere near fast at the moment. So we're going to be in a bit of a limbo stage at the moment whilst everyone gets their final prep work done before we kick off the last few minutes of qualifying, which is the most crucial for these guys. So let us know in the chat what your thoughts are, who you think is going to get pole position. And I'll just remind you, I need to retweet the tweet, because otherwise people won't know that we're live. So I've just retweeted it. All good. Everyone's in the pits now. So will someone make a bold move and go out now where there's less traffic? Or will some people want the tow? For some places on this circuit, the tow is very crucial. And I do see a Ferrari about to go out, I think. I think it's a Ferrari of Speed Barry. I don't know. Actually, no, it's not a Ferrari. It's... Oh, who is it? I didn't really see who was out there for a minute. Can't remember. It is a Mercedes of Kalkas. It's Kalkas. I'll get his name right eventually, even if it will take all season. As he's the only one on track, he'll get clean air, and it will really help him on his lap as well. And I think one advantage is, I think the only people that have both their teammates are the Mercedes, the Red Bulls, and the Ferraris. Typical, eh? Oh, it's like real life, isn't it? As we saw in real life, where as the track starts to evolve, it gets quicker and quicker, and that's why Charles Leclerc produced such an amazing lap. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched it, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to give a spoiler alert. People are probably going to kill me now. Oh, great. Not good. So I haven't actually followed someone on a lap yet, so hopefully I will follow someone, because otherwise I'm going to go mad. So here comes Cal to start his flying lap. of the session. He's the only one out on track at the moment. Let's see if it will benefit him. Go past turn 1 now and into turn 2. He's got Rafa just ahead of him as well, but luckily Rafa has done the great thing and moved out of the way of him. Now approaching turn 4, going to that right curb, then to the left curb, then to the right again, going to 6th gear, then to 7th he chooses to, and drops it down into 3rd as he approaches turn 6. Then going through the straight here, this is the first DRS straight of the course, and then go through to turn 8, and then approaching the long downhill bit of turn 9, and then approaching turn 10 and 11. He was in 7th gear for a little bit then drops it all the way down to 1st, interestingly enough. I think he could get away with putting the car in 2nd gear, but he chose to do it in 1st, just to be on the safe side. Now, this is where you can get the most power on the circuit. He was all the way up to 8th gear there. He almost hit the world champions again, but what lap time can he set? Looks a good one. For 1:07.9, puts him in 9th. So, top 10 separated by 6 tenths. So, literally anyone could get pole. We haven't seen what Rafa can do yet, as Rafa is currently in P2 in the championship and really wants to get a move on. Oh, as Cow has really binned it there. And I think there's a few people in the driver's chat that are not going to enjoy the wet race. To be honest, I hate driving on wet races on this game. I'm always slow. I never do well. I always finish last. I think it's one of the only guarantees I'm like, yeah, I'll finish last. So, and I think Rafa's getting heat for his tyres as well. But he's got his teammate about to start his flyer as well. Hopefully Speed Barry could get a much better result than he did in Spain. Because obviously, for those of you that didn't watch Spain, unfortunately he did get a puncture. And it was also a dry to wet race, I believe, in Spain as far as I remember. So, he needs to be more careful with his tyres. Hopefully he has played with a strategy a little bit as well, to know what the best tyres is and when to pit. But obviously, it doesn't matter because it will be full wets anyway. So, just hope we don't see any bottles in turn 1 today, because otherwise it's going to be absolute chaos. Now, I wonder if people have looked at the weather forecast, because I wonder if people will do have a dry or wet setup on. For those of you just joined us, it is going to be a heavy wet start to the race. So that's just a confirmation there. I don't know if Speed Barry's got a dry or wet setup, but basing on the way he's driving, looks like he's on a dry setup, but is it going to be a bit of a gamble? Or maybe he's tweaked his setup a little bit, so he's on the medium setup, I don't know. But let's see what lap time is. Pretty quick at the moment. He crossed the line, 1:07.4. Someone in the chat did correctly predict that he was going to get a 1:07.4, so, and that was from Ali Reza, or Ali. Apologies if I said your name wrong, but good prediction. Good prediction. We got Speed still on a lap, but I do believe... Actually, no, I thought he had damage to his front wing, but he hasn't. As Louis going to come across the line now. Can he beat Speed Barry's time? It is going to be a close one. It is P2. No, he doesn't. Speedster comes across the line now. Can he improve? 1:07.7 puts him in P3. I'm just seeing if anyone's closer on the line. Matt Tibos comes across the line. 1:07.8. P6 for now. Odems. P5. Zach. I think he's going to stay P7 maybe. Yes, he did. He does. So Speed Barry with a 1:07.4. That is a very good lap from the Ferrari, which is going to put him in really good stead going into the race. And I know he's very good in the wet. So... And I've got some cheeky XP points there. Lovely. So, here we go. Here is qualifying. So, we've got Speed Barry on pole by 26,000. So, Louis' last lap was pretty good. So, the top two, pretty close indeed. Onyx in 3rd, Speedster 4th, Odems 5th, Tibos 6th, Zach 7th, Medium Pilot 8th, Cal 9th, Janor 10th, and Rafa 11th. close times for every single one of the drivers today, and I think Rafa was the only one that started on the mediums, but he's the only one that gets free choice of tyres anyway. But I'm guessing he wanted to play it safe in qualifying and wanted to get a little bit of a feel. So here we go, as the heavens have opened, as we say, and it is wet. Yeah, so everyone is getting their umbrellas on. I'm about to get mine on, and we're possibly going to get some oh god moments if we're not careful. So fasten your seatbelts, guys. We are going to be in for a bumpy ride. Hopefully this will be a good race. And we might see more than 2 stops, I don't know. But, so basically, I think the only thing they've got to decide is when they will pit if it does end up getting dry. So we'll have to wait and see on that one, as we're waiting for all the drivers to ready up then. So we're about to go to the formation lap, and I thought I was going to have no engine sound for a minute there, but luckily nothing of the sort. It is all sorted. Right, okay, that's good. What a relief there. Let me just take a sip of water whilst we do the formation lap. There we go, that's better. So I would go through the tyre strategy now at the moment, but as you can see, they're all on full wet, so not much to go on at the moment, really. But knowing Canada, not many people practice for the wet. Could this be a reminder of Canada 2011, where it was raining quite hard? In real life, of course. But it ends up getting dry as well. I think it's going to be a dry end to the race, I'm not sure. Hopefully it doesn't stay like this to the end of the race, but we'll see anyway. I think it does make it more fun, not going to lie. We'll see anyway, as everyone is about to get ready to start the race then. 35 laps, and if it's going to rain for the whole of it, they are going to be in for one hell of a ride. They've got to keep it steady, no contact, and they've got to produce some good racing and keep it a little bit more cautious as well. And I do believe that the braking zones will be a lot different in the wet, just saying. So we're waiting for the last few people to get onto the circuit then. So only the first 7 rows are being filled. Actually, no, 6 actually. So let's see who's going to come out on top today. So we have got Speed Barry on the right-hand side of your screen. Louis on the left. The 5 red lights are about to come on. The engines are revving up here in Canada, and we are underway. And it looks like a pretty decent start from both Louis and Speed Barry. But look at Onyx there, really trying to make the advantage of the situation. Louis, a good exit, goes around the outside and into the lead. A bit of contact between the Alfa Romeo and the Force India of Onyx and Speedster there, but no harm done there. Medium Pilot dropping down as well, trying to make an audacious move here, and he does it, and he makes it work. So already great start to the race. I thought we saw some carbon fibre, but there was, I think, leaves flying everywhere, and already Louis is pulling away from Speed Barry. So good start from him. Meanwhile, at the back of the field, we've got Odems and Janul fighting for position as well. We've got Medium Pilot and Zach once again. Who said they can't overtake in the rain? This is insane. But again, they are the top drivers in the PS4, so you will expect this to happen anyway. As Zach is going to try and go around the inside. Well, actually, no, it's the Force India. Oh, there's contact set to 3. I thought there was front wing damage. I did see a bit of carbon fibre. I wasn't sure who that was, sadly. I didn't quite caught that, but maybe someone will possibly have to dive into the pits if they're not careful. Oh my god, it's going to be 3 wide at this rate. Hopefully this won't be the case. So we've got someone going to the pits. Oh, it is Medium Pilot, so Medium Pilot did have a bit of contact. As Rafa's really starting to catch up to Carl. Trying to go for a move there, but doesn't get it quite done there. Odem's not that far behind. He's starting to catch up to them as well. And the more you battle, the guys behind will start to catch up as well. And it will soon become a slipstream train. Look at this. How are the drivers meant to see in this maniac Grand Prix? I won't be able to see. This is absolutely crazy. This is heavy rain. Heavy rain at the finest, I must say. It is absolutely ridiculous. As Louis is pulling up a gap already. Speed Barry is doing the same to Onyx. But apart from that, everyone else is very close. But here we go. Matt Tibos going to try and go around the outside of Zach. But thinks better of it at the moment. But he's going to try again. He's going to go side by side. Due to the fact that it is heavy rain, no DRS is enabled. Going to go side by side here. And I think Matt Tibos gets the move done on the Renault driver. So Matt Tibos is up into 5th place. Meanwhile, Zach is going to do all he can as well to see if he can regain that 6th position. It's the fastest lap so far is going to Louis. Let's see if Rafa can catch up to Carl this lap. Nope, he was very close. But I think Zach is going for a move as well. You can see that there's a few people that are really struggling to get those tyres up to temperature in these wet conditions. Again, I would find it much difficult myself to get these wet tyres under control. So to be honest, I don't know how these drivers cope on a daily basis because they're doing very well. As we have got, I think we've got Kalkas on Zach too. But Rafa can really capitalise on any of those if they make a mistake. Could this be 3 wide potentially going towards the end of lap 3? No. A bit slidey going through turn 10, but as you expect, it is difficult in the rain, so they will have to brake a bit earlier. Oh, there's Janul. Janul has made a bit of a mistake there in the wall. I think it was Janul anyway. I know. One thing I'm almost certain that it is a Red Bull. So that was unfortunate for Janul there. So he is down in 10th. Well, he's staying in 10th place anyway. Speedster managing to get past Onyx on the inside. Oh, Onyx is on the grass. And I think Zach's just gone past him as well. So Zach up into P5. And we've got Kalkas starting to catch up to Onyx as well. So Onyx does seem to be struggling. What about Rafa? He can come into play as well. These guys will know the weather changes. I don't. It'll be a massive surprise, I must say, for these guys. And I think we can say that it's very windy. Imagine if it was project cars. It would just be aquaplaning everywhere. As you can see, Oden's round the back of Rafa too. I think it's a train from about 5th downwards all the way down to 9th. Well, it was down to 10th before Janul bottled it. But due to the fact that there's a low turnout today, he can make a comeback. Oh, we got a safety car. Oh, okay. I don't know what's caused that safety car. Is it due to the fact that there's debris? I swear on this game, oh my god. I swear on this game, safety car comes out for the most random reasons. Or maybe because it's too wet. I don't know. And it doesn't come out if people are basically are on the track and people can't get through. It doesn't happen. It only happens in the weirdest situations. What has caused that safety car, I don't know. But that's going to allow Janul to go and pit, Rafa to pit, Kalkas to pit, Odems to pit as well. So they're going to be at a good advantage as well. Oden's going to try and go past medium pilot there. Does it make it work? No, not quite. I think the fresh wet tyres. Oh, and Onyx is out. Onyx is out the race. I don't know quite what happened to Onyx. I think the only thing I can tell is going on board with medium pilot, but I think Onyx's car, he is right in the way of the circuit there. I think people got to be a lot more careful there, but unfortunately that is his race done and dusted, sadly. And Onyx has left the session. He is not a very happy bunny, I must say, but I wouldn't be if I was in that situation. So, yeah, so due to the fact that it is a safety car, no overtaking, so these guys will really try to hold it in. We'll need to watch out for Odems, Kyle, Rafa and Janelle as well to see if they can catch up to the rest of the pack on those new tyres, and they're able to warm up a bit more and they're able to push a bit more as well. So this could be a huge advantage for them, but you never know. As some of you may know, if you watched my commentating before, I am not the best in terms of strategy when it comes to this type of weather. So I don't know what to do in this situation. I'm just as clueless as you guys are. If it's a normal dry race, fine. Yeah, I know what the strategy is. I know what people would do. But if it's wet, no, it is really impossible. And that just makes me more excited. Now I'm going to get my glasses on. My eyes are starting to itch just a little bit. So for those of you just joined us, here is a rundown of who is doing well so far. So Louis is leading from Speed Barrier, and then we have Speedster P3, Matt Tibos in P4, Zach in P5, and the safety car is in this lap. So the safety car hasn't been on for that long then. So it will be up to Louis then to control this restart. He really got to bring it home. So he has got to make sure that he pulls it together well, which some of the guys are hoping he does. As the safeties, you got to wait until the safety car line in order to overtake. You just can't see the cars when people are trying to overtake, to be honest. We'll see anyway. So, here we go. And are we going to get racing? Yes, we are. We're going to go racing here in Canada once again. And looks like Louis has already pulled away from Speed Barrier quite convincingly, as Speedster is looking very race behind him. Maybe Speed Barrier is not controlling the restart as we thought it would be. And Zach is getting a good start as well. Zach into P5. The two Mercedes doing well as well right at the back. And I don't think there are team orders in the Mercedes camp at the moment. It looks like they are really starting to come at it here. As we got Janelle as well starting to gain positions as well. Again, it's very hard to see. And look at this, Janelle up into 8th place. Odem's not having the best of safety car restarts. He's down in last place at the finishes at the moment. And Rafa's got a 3-second time penalty. I think that was the first of the 3-second time penalties that we have seen so far. I think that is what we've seen at the moment, I'm sure. From what I think anyway. So here comes Rafa, I think a bit too further back at the moment. So let's just jump on board with medium pilot once again to see if we can get past Zach. He was very close the last lap, and he's potentially going to be very close this lap as well, but not quite, as he keeps the ERS to a bare minimum. And one advantage to being in the wet, you can, I think one advice here is saving as much ERS as possible, as the tyres are really starting to kick in for medium pilot. 6-lap old tyres, remember, compared to Rafa's 3-lap old tyres. I thought I saw a yellow flag there, but I didn't see a yellow flag. To be honest, thank goodness I didn't see a yellow flag, because it would have probably been me talking bonkers anyway. So we go, medium pilot then on Zach. He's going to take the, no, he was going to take the right-hand side line, I think. He's going to go to the outside. Can he get the better exit here into turn 10 and 11? It looks like it. What a move. And Rafa is going to be like, hang on, if Zach can't make the move, maybe I could possibly make the move as well. So we're going to see how Rafa can come into this as well. So Rafa doing a very good job. Janul's still behind him and not catching up though. But here comes Rafa, and Janul's got a 3-second time penalty as well. So that was unfortunate for him, but that's probably not going to affect him in the race so far. It is probably not going to change much. So it looks like we are all good on that front. So, and I think if you're on the wet tyres, you don't have to pit at all. Unless the track dries up where you have to. But it depends how long they can really start to push on those wet tyres. It is getting better. You can see a lot more of the track than we did earlier. Because obviously, with heavy rain like this, it is very low visibility. And I can already see it's much better visibility for the drivers at the moment. So Rafa's 5 temps. Medium pilot, I think he's out of DRS range of Matt Tibos. Yes, he is. How about Matt Tibos at the moment? Matt Tibos is going to go have a look. No, not quite. I think possibly to try and not hit the wall of champions, which is a brave move. Rafa getting another 3-second time penalty there. So here comes Matt Tibos then. There's not much overtaking opportunities except in the DRS straights, while possibly turn 10 and 11 is also a good overtaking opportunity as well, and obviously the start finish straight, and also possibly the DRS straight coming up as well, which is obviously not enabled due to the wet conditions. I was almost struggling to find out what to say there, but there we go. So here we go. Here comes Matt Tibos then. I think he's a bit closer ahead than he was, and we're still seeing some pretty intriguing battles that can close up really soon. So we will keep a close watchful eye out for those for the whole of this race, and will this affect people's positions, and will this affect people's strategies as well? And apparently it is going to dry out. So yes, I was right. I thought the visibility is improving. I can see the visibility improving, and I was right. So it is going to dry up apparently. So what will be the best tyres for people on this track once they go onto the dry tyres, or will they be staying on? So we might see people go on the Inters soon as well. So we could see people make not just the 1 stop, but the 2 stop. As we've got Zach and Rafa going for a move. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Kalkas, and Odems there. I think Odems was trying to stay out of trouble for a little bit there. That was what he was trying to do anyway. He was trying to keep it. He was trying to keep it cool. He was trying to keep it collected. That was a massive mistake there. Both have been pushed off. And Khalifa, why did I say Khalifa? I was thinking of another person. To be honest, I was thinking of another person I commentate on, but there we go. Cal is out. Oh, Odems is out as well. I didn't see where Odems is though. A lot more people starting to make mistakes now. As Racing Point almost touching the Alfa Romeo as well. And I think I've done the most stupid thing and forgot to mute my game sound, as in game chat. Oh, there's contact again. As I think Kalkul is going to the pits. Yes, Kalkul's going to the pits. Louis is going to the pits as well. That might be for front wing change. I don't know. Or it might be a scheduled stop. No, it's not. It is a scheduled stop. And it is for the intermediate tyres. Yes, it does look better, I think. I'm almost certain. that he might have made the possible right call, but we will see. We will see the benchmark pretty soon. We will keep an eye on the lap times and see if it's any better. And if Louis produces a good lap on the next lap, then we know that Inter is the way to go. Another person that is also pitted for the intermediate tyres is Janul. And I think Kalkas has also been forced on to the excuse me, on to the intermediate strategy as well at the moment, but maybe it's a turn for the better. We'll have to wait and see. Speed Barry is still 4 tenths behind Matt Tibos, but there's no signs of struggling from the Ferrari driver. No punches, please, Speed Barry, otherwise I'm never to be honest, I'm never going to live it down if there is a puncher. As no, that's fine. Speed Barry goes into the pit lane, and I think Matt Tibos is as well. Yes, I think everyone, is going to come in for some intermediate tyres. So Louis has timed it to perfection here, as Louis holds on to the lead. And yes, it is. He produced a faster lap even on when he went out of the pit lane. So if you're not on the intermediate tyres now, surely when you see the faster lap from Louis on the intermediate tyres, the best decision will be to go on those intermediate tyres. Now Louis is holding Rafa. Oh no, Louis lost his front wing. He's hit the wall a little bit there, and he's almost hit Rafa in the process. Oh no, it was going to be a good race for him, but I think it's starting to get worse from then on. So Louis will have to pit again, which is a bit of a shame from the Toro Rosso driver. Oh no, what a shame. I am gutted for him. Honestly, he was trying his absolute best. He got the strategy right, but this could go into Speed Barry's hands if ILRT Louis has to go into the pit lane. Oh no, but I think we're all praying that the damage is very minor. We'll see. Looks like it is minor. Looks like he is keeping going, so it might not be as serious as we thought, but he is going to lose time to... Oh, and he's got fastest lap, so he hit the wall a little bit there, but not as much. So, yeah, no, I don't think it's much damage as we thought it was going to be. And it is drying up quickly as well, so that's probably why as well. Matt Tibos up into P3. Janot up into P4. Rafa is coming out the pit lane. Let's see where he is going to end up. So Rafa goes up into P6, so he goes ahead of Speedster by 1.6 seconds. Cal has got a 3-second time penalty due to multiple warnings, and he's got fastest lap as well. So yeah, I wondered if that fast lap counted. I'm not entirely sure, but probably not. I'll just see. Yes, it still has counted. I think it might be a glitch in the game, because usually if you set an invalidated lap, usually your faster laps don't count. I'm sorry, it is very confusing, but it happens. It happens. But it is one of the known glitches on this game, I must say. But anyway, Louis still leads by 8.6 seconds over Speed Barry, so I think that damage definitely hasn't affected him in any way. I don't think it was any damage, to be honest. I thought there was, but it might just been a bit of his end play, and it might be to keep going. But to be honest, if it was a normal race and he would have hit that, he would have probably gone to the pits. But knowing that the track's also going to dry up, he'll have to pit again for some dry tyres, so he will probably go and pit then as well. So that is what it's going to do, as Medium Pilot has got a 3-second time penalty, and we are already starting to see that the track is improving left, right and centre here in Montreal today, and we're seeing less rain falling down from the cars than normal. So what is Rafa going to do then? I know Rafa on this game Rafa is pretty much really good in the wet, I must say. But he is not looking to make the move as of yet. I think he's going to play it a little bit safe. Janot is reminding me of what he did in Monaco. Janot had a very good finish in Monaco. He got 8 points in Monaco, which was very decent for him. As we've got Rafa then 3 tenths behind Zach. Zach 3 tenths behind Janot. Who is going to make the jump first? The track is going to get faster and faster each lap. So it's very crucial. To be honest, I don't think crucial is a word. It's going to be very crucial they're in the right place at the right time. And I think I saw Speed Barry get a penalty. So, but I think I won't be surprised if quite a lot of people have got time penalties at this stage due to the wrecked race we've been suffering so far. So as we're seeing, we're going to potentially see a 3 wide soon. Rafa is going to possibly get the bare exit here. He's going to get the outside of Zach potentially. Can he hold it onto him? Can Zach defend for his life? Looks like Rafa's really going to stick to that line, and he does. Rafa is up into 5th place. What sensational moves from Rafa, but Zach is going to come back at him though. No DRS, only slipstream would help him out here, but no, he's not going to make it out either. But Rafa is really on the course for catching Janot as well, potentially. Speedster getting a 3-second time penalty, but let's not worry about that. The most crucial battle is between these guys, Zach, Rafa and Janot. This is getting so crazy. It's getting super tight here between Rafa. Rafa's looking very racy, and he could potentially be on course for a podium if he gets the next pit stop right when they go onto the dry tyres. If it ever does get dry, of course, because you never know, the game might be lying to us, but you never know. But we'll see anyway, as the rest of the race goes on. So Rafa then, what is he going to do as Janot tries to break the slipstream from Rafa, which is very brave, I think, as well, which is, I think, hasn't allowed Rafa to go for the move. I think he's going to try again, as I do believe Medium Pilot has left the session, so not quite sure what happened there. I think Rafa's going to have another go at the moment, and he does. He's going to try, gets the outside. Yes, he does. Rafa in P4 of this race. He's looking very good on those newer tyres compared to Janot. He is being brilliant. Don't forget, he wants to win this championship, and he is already ahead of Medium Pilot. But actually no, I'm still looking at the wrong standings. Rafa is leading this championship, and he wants to keep it there. But if Lewis wins this, I think Louis would possibly win, because there's literally 2 or 3 points separating the top 3 of this championship. It is absolutely crazy, as we could potentially see Zach going to have another go of Janot as well. Is Janot starting to struggle for these latter stages of the race? He is starting to struggle just a teeny weeny bit, which is, I think, not what you want at the later stages of this race. You've got to keep it calm, you've got to keep it collected. And Medium Pilot has joined. Oh, that's good news. That is good news for Medium Pilot then. So luckily he can continue with this race, as Zach is, I think, 4 attempts down this previous best, so he's probably gonna not gain that much time, and lap times are crucial around here. And I wonder if we'll see some sun anytime soon as well. Potentially we could see some sun, maybe. As going on to the right-hand side, then kissing the left-hand curb to get the best possible traction. I think what I've seen, from what I thought Louis was being hit, it was I think it was the leaves flying everywhere, which is, I think that's what it was. So that confused me quite a lot. So I think, to be honest, I think that's what it was. But here comes Zach now. He's almost going to have a look, but no, he doesn't. I think he backs out of it right away. He doesn't want to cause too much contact, which is very brave of him. And yes, the sun is starting to come out. You could see a peep of sunshine starting to come through. You could just about see on the left-hand side. So surely the track will dry out soon, surely. I'm predicting in about 5 or 6 laps time is where we'll see hardly any rain at all, but it may be a bit earlier. We'll see. Get your predictions in the chat. My predictions will be mainly wrong, I must say. It will just not be in the best of situations, and that's why I don't predict in races, because usually the guy that I usually wants to do well, bottles it. And I think that's happened on a number of occasions today, even though I've kind of thought of something in my... Well, actually, no, it was something in my mind, I think. Yeah, it was something in my mind. Deary me. As Zach is about 5 tenths behind. Janul now. Surely he's going to make a move now. I think he's looking... Yeah, he's looking even more racier than before, actually. So we will see, as I think... No, Zach is not going to go for it. Yeah, as Janul just... Oh, no, Janul's had a little bit of a slide there. Maybe Zach is going to possibly gain the most advantage. I think this is where the only battle is happening at the moment. There's not many other battles, really. I think it's just this one. I think everybody is really trying to play it safe, and I won't be surprised if the guys up front have lapped a few people already. Let's have a look at gap to leader, actually. Let me just see. Gap to leader. 50 seconds. Oh, I thought they were going to get lapped. Obviously not. This just goes to show how close everybody is. And I wonder if my prediction of lap 26, lap 27 will come true on when these guys will possibly start to make their way into the pits for some dry tyres. As Zach is trying to find a good line there, but doesn't make it work at the moment. Louis still leads 7 tenths. He is controlling this race. He's done a smashing job so far, and he really wants to win his championship. He's really come to his own so far this game, and he's doing very well. So props to him for that. As Speedster has got another 3-second time penalty. Now, since the action has calmed down... Actually, no, the action hasn't calmed down a bit. Look at this. Janul and Zach is really going for it. I think Janul has been caught napping from Zach. And look at Speedster as well. Speedster is going to see if he can try and go around the outside of Zach. And he does. Or it might be the inside, I don't know. But Speedster, out of nowhere, is up into 6th place. So maybe it might have been a mistake from Zach, I don't know. But Speedster, sensational stuff. Possibly the move of the stream, I think. But wow, that was pretty good from Speedster. As he's going to try and catch up to Janul now. I think it's a question of when, it's more than anything else. But not entirely sure. But Janul has really got to pick up the pace a little bit if he wants to keep the likes of Speedster and Zach behind. I am... To be honest, I'm not going to check penalties now because, I'm not going to check penalties because, yeah. I think to be honest, they've caught me napping there as well. Oh my God, that was absolutely crazy. Oh God. But anyway, I think Speedster's going to have another look. He's very close. He's got the Actually, there's no DRS here. He doesn't get a DRS. But here we go. Goes through turn 1. Kalkas gets another 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So he is going to be, I think, the last of the finishers, sadly. But if he finishes, he's still going to remain in the points. And wow. A few laps earlier than I predicted. Oh, DRS enabled. So, dry is coming, guys. So, you can see people are starting to struggle already with those intermediates. It has dried up a lot quickly than we thought. There's a bit of wet patches, but hardly any. This is the quickest I've seen it go to a dry race ever. As someone has cut the corner there. That's Speedster there. He's going to get a penalty. Yep, he's struggling on those inters. You can tell that the inters not enough time. And medium pilot has gone onto the mediums already. Cow has gone onto the hards. We're going to see which tyres people go on for. They can opt either or. The mediums will make it to the end, so people can go, yep, and it was Louis that got damaged, but that's not going to affect him as he's so far up in front anyway. Oh, his speed barrier is very close to Louis, actually, as Janor has got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. A lot of speeding in the pit lanes today, but I think mainly because the pit lane is so short around here, and we could see a tasty fight between Speed Barry and Louis towards the end there. So here comes Rafa. Rafa's on the softs. I wonder if he's going to pit again, but we have seen softs last for about 9 laps, so we can make it to the end on those tyres. So literally you can go on any tyres and do well. So good. So we'll have interesting to see if Rafa can catch up and still see if there is a podium on the cards. If you just joined us, you have joined us at exactly the right time. Hopefully the end of the race is good there. And I think Ali or Risa predicted lap 26. So I think we were 2 laps, I think, behind our target. But oh well, we were close, aren't we? We were close. We were close, but again, we didn't get the weather report on when it was gonna stop raining. So, yeah, we kind of had to predict ourselves on that one. So now the gaps are starting to quieten down a bit, but potentially. Let's look at the penalties. So starting with our race leader Louis, he's on 1 warning at the moment. Actually, no, he's got a penalty, lap 24. I didn't see that. So he went on to the mediums. And he got a penalty. I didn't see that. I think it must mean because we got a lot of penalties at the same time. Speed Barry, he's got a penalty as well. So they are fighting for the win here. Matt Tibos, he's got a few. Oh, he's got 3 penalties. Wow. Rafa's got, I think, the same as Matt. Janul, he's got a lot of warnings already. And he's got 2 penalties. Zach, he's got penalties. 3 penalties. I know Cal has got penalties as well. Speedster has got 4 or 5 penalties. Medium Pilot has got a few. I'm just going to go to Odems, actually. Odems has got 1, and obviously Onyx that is not racing. So, everybody has got penalties. No one has got away scot-free. No one has got away scot-free. So, yeah. Penalties can decide everything. It can decide. It can be the difference between winning or losing a race. That is the difference. So will Speed Barry catch up enough? Will Rafa catch up enough? That's the most important thing. As Rafa gets another 3-second time penalty. Kalkas also gets another 3-second time penalty. I think the time penalty is starting to fly here. Zach is looking racy on Janul then. Let's see what happens here. Zach is about 4 tenths down now. I think it's about 1 tenth going into turn 1 a moment ago. This is the last stage of the race, so these guys have really got to make it count, and the brollies have come off. The brollies have come off, and these guys are going to get... And it's got sunny very quickly. My oh my, what is with this game? So we've seen all extreme types of weather here. That you can never see on this circuit, actually. But we've got Zach. Is he going to try and make a lunge? No, not quite. He's still going to be in a good points position. He's still going to be in 6th place, so he's still going to be very decent for him, as I think Zach's going to get a DRS. Yes, he does. Janul tries to... Oh, nice covering off from Janul there. Great defensive moves from him, as Zach might have a chance once again. No, not quite. I think, to be honest, he's a little bit too further back to make the move on him. So I think potentially, in the next couple of laps is where the moves are gonna be made. So I think that is where potentially the moves are gonna be made. But we will see anyway, as Zach is 3 tenths behind. Ooh. It is going to be too close to call between these two. And I think the guys in front are hoping they're going to battle, because then they don't have to worry as much. Rafa's going to have another look. He almost touched Janul, but some very respectful racing it as well. So this is looking to be very good between these two. Looks like, oh, Zach's going to try and have a look. No, not quite. He didn't want to take that many risks at the moment, and he might decide to take the risk soon. Actually, no, he's going to try for a risk now, but Janul really tries to cover him off there. Pretty decent stuff from Janul at the moment. Zach, let's see what he tries and do. Tries and does. So we shall see what happens here. As always, a little bit of a no, it didn't look like there was a bit of a touch. No, I thought there was. I swear I thought there was. But, yeah. As Zach's still on the back, he's going to go on the right-hand side, potentially, as well. And it's the only battle we can see on track at the moment. The gap between Louis and Speedbarry is not budging as I would have thought they would be. But you never know. Actually, no, Speedbarry is catching up as well. He is trying to catch up. This is going to be absolutely mental. So here comes Zach at the moment. Zach is going, oh, touch. Oh, that's tight. That is very tight from these two. I'm surprised there wasn't any I don't think there was any damage from there. I please pray. I swear to God there wasn't any damage from there. As Zach is starting to struggle. Maybe he has pushed a little bit too much on those medium tyres. But if you are battling, you may need to start conserving a little bit. As Zach has been corner cutting a little bit too much, as he's just got another 3-second time penalty. So he goes to the right hand. There we go. He goes to the right hand side a little bit there. As sector 1, yellow flag. Oh no, Speedster's out. Speedster's out. I'm seeing if I can catch anyone. Where's medium pilot at the moment? Oh, that's where Speedster is. Really weird place to bin it, I must say, but that means we're down to 8 runners. Speedster was looking very good so far this race, but unfortunately it's not meant to be, which means Matt Tibos in P3. But we haven't seen what the penalties are going to do. We haven't seen how that is going to take to account at the moment. So we will see. It can change things quite a lot because everyone has got penalties, to be honest. But Zach is going to try one more time here. I know penalties might change things, but Zach, you can tell, Zach really wants this place on track, I must say. He just wants to do that for sure. It's just crazy, absolutely crazy. As so we're going to see if Zach's going to try it once more then. He's got the DRS, he has the advantage. Can Janul cover him off? Looks like Janul is not giving up a fight here, as he I think he tried to defend a little bit too late there, but that's really helped him there. That's really helped Janul as well. Zach is going to come back at him, sorry, not up him. Oh my God. Very weird saying there. We got Kai, we got Cal joining us as well. So with those two battling, that's put Kalkas in the fight as well. This is going to get, he touched again. Oh no, as I think Zach is starting to struggle. Here comes Kalkas. Kalkas go round the outside then. It's going to be too wide. This is not how we would expect him to go. For Zach, he was hoping to get past Janul, but this time he's lost 2 positions and Louis has lost another 3-second time penalty. That's one more penalty than Speed Barrier's got, and these two are fighting for the win technically. So at the moment, as far as I'm aware, it looks like Speed Barry is going to win this race in terms of penalties, but I might have added up the penalties wrong. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, this could be potential. But again, you still want the win on track, don't you? Of course you do. You still want the win on track. You really want to give it your all. You really want to give it your best, really, and that is what Speed Barry really wants to try and do, so he can really pick up some decent points. He wants his first win. He didn't get any points due to the fact that he disconnected after his unfortunate puncher. So he can get the full 25 points. That will push him right up the standings due to the fact a lot of people haven't got any wins. So that will be decent for him. Here comes Speed Barry then to the left-hand side. He gets the DRS and he gets the job done. No challenge there, as Speed Barry is in the lead of this race. And I don't think Louis not going to challenge, and I think he's accepted the fight, and he's like, I think because of the penalties he's got, and he knows that Speed Barry's got less, I think he is going to settle for second place. But meanwhile, this is going to get very fighty towards the end. These battles are never ending towards the end. This is what I like about league racing. But there we go. We've got Kalkas. He's going to try and make a move past Janul. Couldn't quite do it at the moment. Zach is starting to drop back. But oh my God, Zach's going to be 3 wide across here. This is not going to end well if they all go 3 wide here. Can this work? Oh my God, they've touched. I think there's people spinning everywhere. And I think Zach got away with it. But oh my, that is not how you race at all. I did say 3 wide can't go into turn 1 and 2, and you know what they try and do? They go 3 wide, and it just doesn't work at all. Do not go 3 wide at all, because otherwise it can cost you. So yeah, don't go like that. Because otherwise it will, as I think Speed Barry's already gained a lot of time on Louis. Did I see someone going to the pits? Surely if there's someone, actually no, Medium Pilot can't go fast, he's actually disconnected. So at the moment, there are only 7 runners. Only 7 runners of this race so far. I think some Medium Pilot's disconnected. I don't think anyone else is disconnected. And yes, Kalkas is going to go for fastest lap, so there he goes. Oh yes, and he needs to serve his 5-second stop go. But that's not going to affect him much, because obviously Medium Pilot is disconnected and he is not going to score any points. So that is not going to put that much of advantage anyway. So lap 34-35, Speed Barry is about to start the final lap then. Speed Barry has drove very well today and has kept it much cleaner than Louis, but we'll see what happens here. But I think Canada and France, which is where we are next week, is where we also see quite a lot of penalties, and also USA as well, is where we see. I think we see a lot more people get penalties in most tracks this game than last game. I do not know. Oh my God, I'm not getting my words right today. It might be just me, but to be honest, I don't even know. So we will see anyway. So So lap 35 out of 35 as Speed Barry is about to... Oh, as Louis got another penalty. Matt, I don't know how many penalties Matt Tibos got, but I don't have time to check that now. As Speed Barry then is going to go past the penultimate few corners then. He's really going to give it his best here. He comes across the final corner now. He can breathe easy here. Speed Barry goes on to win the Canadian Grand Prix. Well deserved. He takes the full 25 points. Louis comes across the line in second, but will he stay second? Here comes Matt Tibos. Will he jump Louis or will it stay third? We'll see. He stays third. I think they've got similar penalties. Actually, I think Matt Tibos has got more penalties. Rafa comes across the line in fourth on track, but again, that may change. Actually, no, it may not change because I think Zach is 13 seconds behind. And Janul is going to come across the line. Oh, a bit of a slide again. Oh, that was close. As Zach's got a penalty unserved. That might push Janul up. No, that's not. So Zach stays fifth. I think that last incident in the last few laps will possibly be going to the stewards. So we will see. So here comes Kalkas here. So that is the end of ERL Season 7 for the Canadian Grand Prix. And well done to Speed Barry for the win. I didn't see who got fastest lap at all there. So I will keep an eye on that. And even, even a few drivers are questioning the free wide to turn one. Yes, that doesn't go at all. So Speed Barry does lift up the trophy up high here, and he wins in Canada. He's going to look very strong for the championship if he could keep this up. As the champagne flies tonight, as we are about to get your results for ERL PS4 at the moment. So we've got Speed Barry that wins. Everyone has got penalties, but Speed Barry has kept it the most clean out of everybody else. Takes the win. Started on pole and went on to win the race. Louis second. Matt Tibos, a great podium for him. He's going to equal his best result in third. Rafa in fourth. Zach fifth. Janul sixth. Kalkas seventh. And those are your only finishers. And your non-finishers are Medium Pilot, Speedster, Odems and Onyx. That has been the Canadian Grand Prix. And the fastest lap glory does go to Speed Barry. So he gets the full 26 points. So well done to him. So if you want some more action for ERL PS4, make sure you join us same time next week at 5 o'clock for the French Grand Prix at Paul Ricard. This should be very exciting. Hopefully more exciting than real life. But we'll see. Actually, no, Zach might have got fast lap. I don't know. It was either Zach or Speed Barry, but not entirely sure. But Owen should be back next week with me. But it was a good race nonetheless. So hopefully we'll get more drivers turn up as well, please. So see you guys next week, everyone. Have a good evening, safe travels, and good night.